another episode of Templorus Talks, number 54. And, yeah, let's see what this week's going to bring for us.
Yes.
I, for certainly, kept living my boring life with no shows and such. Recovery of audits, doing audits, and being strangled up by a chaotic person that's supposed to teach us structure.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds
lovely,
great.
huh?
Yeah.
And that turns out that person is not really listening to people, not really understanding of any feedback or something. So that was very interesting yesterday.
Oh, it is a teacher, right? Why should they listen to feedback? I mean,
Yeah, no, it's like we have one group counselor or whatever, representative or something, and he kind of spoke on behalf of the group and asked, like, you kind of give us like 3 or 4 documents actually where we have to go through and find snippets of our assignments. Could you maybe possibly combine that into one A4 sized paper? And her response eventually went to like, everything is there. We were like, yeah, but it took us a lot of time to figure things out, and everybody found something different. And she eventually decided to maybe I should send out more emails with bulletins on how to do it. And everybody was just like, no, don't do more.
Like, it sounds like some sort of investigation towards the assignment, and that's already part of the...
Yeah, we were like, okay, we just literally said, put it on one A4 sized paper, and like, that's all we need to know for what to do, and then give the rest as you did. And she was like, huh. Well, and then maybe I'll send out more email. And we were like, no. So, yeah, kind of things just occupied by boring life at the moment. That and me becoming part, probably, from the students. How do you call it in English? Sorority or something?
Yes.
Yeah?
You joined a sorority.
No, I didn't join just yet. I paid.
Oh.
That means that I still have to pass the introduction weekend.
God.
to be accepted, you know. And that's like at the end of next month, the 2 days before King's Day. So that's gonna be one intense weekend for me.
Yes.
But yeah,
we will see. I do hope you're still alive after the initiation.
I hope that the rest of the people are still alive after it, because I'm 38 years old. I'm not gonna do anything I don't want to do, you know.
I'm not that stupid anymore. Well, let's hope.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yes.
This is more like adults than teenagers, I hope. So we'll see what comes from that. I actually kind of want to share with our music-loving audience why this is becoming a topic in the podcast, because this sorority also organizes a festival outside the university, and they have also a jazz fest and some sort of other events that are music related. So I figured if I join them, I could possibly sneak in a little bit of my own taste into that. I mean, for a jazz fest, I'm thinking Shining would be pretty cool. Like, I mean, why not?
Dark jazz.
I will probably be banned after that, but that's okay.
Probably. Yeah, they're very jazzy. I just forgot to mention they're also very Metal and doom and
they have an album called Black Jazz, so
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, like, if I could sneak them in, that would be nice for the program.
Yes.
No, so that kind of thing was the reason why I decided to go into that lifestyle of that. Oh well. That being said, no other shows for me. Maybe soonish I might. I'm not sure. Depends a little bit on my schedule because I have a little bit of space in the upcoming weeks. A tiny little bit, maybe. If things go a little bit. If my family
according to plan.
is staying healthy and that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we'll see about that. But then the big question is, did you go to any shows? No.
No, I was thinking, oh my god, it's time for the podcast again. And I was like, what was my last show? Wait, but that was before the last podcast, so I haven't been to any show. But I will go on Thursday. So there will be in the next episode.
Cool.
I will go to Cataclysm, and I think Vader is playing there, and another one. Oh, Carcass?
Yeah.
No, that was with Creator, I think. What was this one? Cataclysm, Noble. Are they playing in Noble on the 26th?
Yeah, well, I had that one on my list, but it's just not feasible for me that date.
With Vader and Blood Red Throne.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm still considering Gamma Bomb, but not sure if I can make it.
Where are they playing?
Willemijn.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will be going to Cataclysm, and then is that... Oh, my weeks are going so fast.
I know, right?
So is the week of Easter, is that in 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's the first weekend of April. And I have no classes that weekend, so I have some things on planning there, maybe.
Oh, so on the Friday I will go to Creator.
Yeah. I think
and
I had that one at my shortlist, at least.
So that one is with... Carcass.
I did get a request actually for that one. So I might be there.
Wow, I will be seeing you.
Yeah.
We need to do a dance party in the photo pits. It's been too long.
Was it Exodus? I think I got the invitation. Yeah, Exodus did.
Nice.
Okay, so I don't know yet. I have to see because I also had some other things around that day that might still interfere, but we'll see. And yeah. That is.
Well.
Oh, I also had plans for Willemijn Café for Wednesday, but apparently I agreed to doing an interview on Wednesday. So.
Oh my god, planning.
Yeah, planning. You know. But it will be nice for people to see something new coming on the YouTube. So
indeed.
That will also be good.
So I am happy the last 2 weeks there was no gig, but I'm looking forward to these two. I'm very looking forward to see Cataclysm. I'm very excited to be screaming and yelling on the top of my lungs to some of the lyrics. That would be nice. And I wonder how they are in a small venue. I think that's been ages and ages and ages for me to see Cataclysm in a small place.
Yeah.
So last summer we saw them outside in the sunshine. Where they had an awesome set. But anyway, looking forward to see it indoors. And then the Creator one. Creator is always fun. But I haven't seen Carcass for over, I don't know, a decade maybe.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
They seem to
really.
be on my. I've seen them like every year, at least 2 or 3 times, I think.
Yeah, I know. That's why they say, "Hey, you had black hair." I mean,
Yeah,
they're not gonna say that about me because I think it's been like 10 years. Uh,
yeah,
it's been ages.
interesting.
So I'm very looking forward to see them again.
Yeah, I mean, Carcass is always fun.
Yeah,
They
I
never
enjoyed
really
that one.
disappoint me, so
No,
yeah, looking forward to that.
yeah. And
Oh well.
Exodus was fun too on the last summer festival. So and Niels, yeah, I'm looking very forward to all these bands.
Yeah, I still have to try and figure out which festivals I want to attend. It's a bit of a mess this year, I guess. But
Well, for me, it's just two. I always will be doing so. I don't think
yeah,
there's gonna be anything more. Maybe a day, if possible, but I don't think so. So it will be the two.
yeah. Oh well, it's for me. It's depends a bit on the school schedule, of course, but
Yeah.
I might have to skip one day on the Into the Grave. I'll have to see because I cannot say now. Because
Yeah.
only after April I will know like how my schedule is looking like. I mean, I know that I'll have school, but I don't know if the classes are skippable. So that's my thing. If
Mm-hmm.
it's attendance is mandatory,
Then
that's
you have
that.
to show up. Yeah.
Yep. And otherwise, I mean, I know what the next subjects will be. I mean, I have my private tutor, so I can go to my dad and explain me that that's shit's probably 10 times better than a teacher can.
Yeah. But it will
If
be
I
awesome to
don't
see
know
you
them.
in 2 weeks. So let's hope you
Yeah,
will be able to go there. Then I will be dancing with you in the photo pit to Carcass, probably.
yeah. But the thing is, I think I have a clash of schedules, so I have to check if it's possible.
So for all
It's
people
always
listening,
like if you want to go to a show, it's always the metal shows are always at the same day for some reason. Like, why? Why can you not just split that up into a more better spread out schedule?
nope.
Nope, nope. No, I might be lucky. We'll see.
Yes.
Now,
So
maybe it's time for us to talk a bit
albums.
about albums because I've been sending out two this week, this
Yes.
2 weeks. Yeah. And I think I want to start with the Finnish band Ruoska.
Mm-hmm. Ruoska.
Yeah, I mean I've been knowing them for many years. They haven't been releasing an album for like 18 years, I think.
Wow.
Like really long time. But I've seen them live several times. I think the first time was in one of the metal orgy auditions. And I saw them in Helsinki Industrial Festival. I think maybe even on a Tuska. I'm not completely sure if I say that correctly. But yeah, a couple times. And I found that very funny. This band is industrial metal. Think a little bit of a Finnish Rammstein. With a bit of party vibes into it. Bit of Turmion Kaitilot maybe. But yeah, there is a certain thing about them, so to say. So I was really curious how a new album of them would sound like. And I personally found it very energetic, very diverse. Maybe even if you compare it to previous releases. They have been experimenting a little bit more. I kind of like that, and I still feel like it is Ruoska that I'm listening to, the Ruoska that I know.
Yeah.
So I like that. They didn't stray far from what they've been doing, but you can hear that they've been evolving in many, many years. So that's good. And yeah, I quite enjoyed the album. It's probably not one of those albums that's gonna be like on my end of year list, but hey, it's nice to have them back and bring something. Also, I would say something more as a counterweight into everything turning into a party metal kind of vibe.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
even
yeah.
though there's obviously some sort of Finnish kind of jokes in there, if you would say, uh, I'm not Finnish enough to fully explain them, so I won't. But yeah, there's a certain thing to that. I think that's maybe why they're close to Rammstein in that sense. They
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you have to get that. But I think I like that it's not all just one big party disco thing that's out there. Yeah, I like that counterweight a little bit from them. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
get what you mean.
I'm curious how you experienced it, because I'm not sure if you heard of them before, so or heard their
No, I
music
don't think I've
before.
ever heard them before. I don't think I ever saw them. Um, so I just put it on and thought, let's go. And what I had to think of is actually they reminded me of what you already said. Like it's a little bit of Ramstein, a little bit of Torimian Katilot, but then also I was thinking it's Stamina,
Mm,
and I mean
maybe.
that it's. I think it's the sort of way the vocals are. I don't think the vocals from the singer are not the strongest, to be honest. But maybe in this type of music, it doesn't really matter. It's the whole package. But they're quite energetic, I think. And I think that's also with the singer from Stamina. There's something that reminds me of them. And also, I think there are like tempo changes throughout the songs,
Mm, yeah.
which is also, I think, typical for Stamina. They do that a lot. Maybe that's why I think um, maybe it's even an influence. I don't know, but I hear it in it. Um, so um, and I put it on when I was cooking dinner 2 nights in a row, and I was dancing in my kitchen. So it was fun. I would never put it on, I think, but I think it's a nice band uh, for a party evening somewhere in a dark venue um, where you can get lost in some industrial evening and just go woohoo.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Like uh, Tuska after party vibe.
Yeah, that will be something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something like that. Or just, when you know you're going to an industrial evening and there's like a couple of bands and yeah. I actually think I need one of those evenings, but
Yeah, that would be nice. Can
but
we?
then
Can we?
like a industrial dance party, like that's I don't know. Yeah.
Hmm, would be nice. Maybe find
Although I have to,
a
my
band?
mind always jumps to our German festival where they all were dancing like
Oh, Amphi, yes.
Amphi. Yes.
Huh.
I
Yeah,
think
the
those people
dancing
will be
like
dancing there
I mean,
too. I think that dancing vibe is back, I think.
for the audience, I'm watching Elvira dance, and it's a very pity that you couldn't watch that too.
Yeah, but it was so
See,
fun to watch all those people.
yeah, it's like those industrial dance videos that you can watch on YouTube where people put some children's song underneath or something. It's the that kind of vibe. Yeah, Yeah, no, it would be fun, like just something crazy like that. I was hoping that KMFDM would play. They would be playing somewhere around this
Yeah.
date, but they cancelled their tour. Like for God's sake, like I wanted them have to something like that. And I think you would enjoy KMFDM as well, so that would be
Yeah.
nice.
You know, I do enjoy these things, but not. I wouldn't listen to them in my car or when I'm at home working or doing some things. But you know, for a night out, it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah, I think KMFDM would be one that you could enjoy. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a bit nice. I know that they have been re-announcing some dates, unfortunately not in the venue that they were having them before, so now I have to drive further if I want to go see them. But hey, it's later this year, so that's not something I worry about now. But
No, focus on tomorrow and next week.
yeah, that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, pity. I would hope that Ruoska at some point joins Europe. I mean, I said already last week, I think that, or last episode, I think, that I wouldn't be surprised if I see them going around touring with Turmion Kaitilot or Fear of Domination or something, like that they actually go abroad with their Finnish songs. I mean, Turmion Kaitilot have been doing it and it worked. So why not for Ruoska? I wouldn't be surprised if they at some point do that. On the other hand, knowing how this band is not like focused too much on having the band as their career solely, I would also can understand like if it's not happening like that they're just playing some Finnish gigs and keep playing Finnish gigs and that's it, occasionally. So yeah, we'll see about that. I would have loved to see them around again, but since I'm not spending too much time flying to Finland anymore, I don't think I will see them too often in any reasonable amount of time. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yes.
Then maybe we should move to the next album because that's
Yes.
definitely one that we need to talk about.
Definitely.
I mean, for us, it was already on our. We were looking forward to it list on the beginning of the year, the albums of 2026. I've seen online some very diverse response to it because the album came out 2 days ago now. And yeah, I mean, we're talking about Korea and their new album Loss. Yeah, started off. What did you think?
Well, I think I already sent you like a one-line message to you. Like it's, I don't know what they say. Like it's super awesome. So I don't think I ever loved Korea. I think I've listened to it in the past, but never felt the click or the connection. I think. But then last year I saw them live as a, well, not a support act, but a
co-headliner,
a support act
maybe.
from, yeah. Well, I don't know. These days it's we bring a special guest and it's not a supporting act, but it's a special. I don't know. Anyway, they were touring with Orbit Culture. I saw them in Eindhoven and they blew my mind. I just felt it right there in the audience. It was, I don't know, different than I just listened to the album. And I think with this new album, I actually felt that sort of energy, the same vibe on the CD, which is, you know, not every band can do that. But I also think the album is just, and it's weird I'm gonna say this, but I think it's a brilliant album. I don't know, maybe it's just what I need right now in my life, but there's like, I don't know, they're like melodic, emotional little pieces, parts, melodies, and then it gets heavy, it will suck you into this melancholic blanket that gets thrown over you. And then it becomes like massive and bombardic and all-consuming. And I think it's just the right, the whole album. Yeah. So what do you think? After my
Well,
words.
yeah. They ended up twice already in my best live shows of the year.
I know.
I didn't go to the live show in Amsterdam that they were playing this week, but that's a pity. I cannot do everything anymore. Yeah, so the album, I really liked it. I mean, the previous album was not the same vibes as you would see them live. I mean, we've talked about that before, how I loved their live performances and how amazing I think they were. I think last year we had this discussion about that, and you said like, yeah, okay, they were really having a good show, but it wasn't like best show of the year for you. Now this album came out. It's kind of different from what they were doing before. Before they were having a bit more tendencies towards the black side. This album really doesn't have that anymore, I would say. There's a whole different kind of variety of influences. I was thinking when I was listening to it, like, how would I explain it? And then I was coming up with 3 names of bands. If you combine that, I think that would describe this album best.
Okay,
and that
curious.
is Gojira.
Yeah.
And it's funny because someone in my feed commented that he didn't like this album because they're not black anymore, blah blah blah, and now it's Gojira's vibes. And I was thinking, yeah, so my reference to Gojira makes really sense.
Yeah, I saw someone else mention that too. So definitely,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Vocal wise, I sometimes had to think a little bit of soul work.
Huh.
Sometimes, not all the
Yeah.
times, but yeah.
In the cleaner part.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And the third one is Linkin Park.
Nah.
And that's, yeah, not per se musically, but more like the vibe that it brings, I would say. The themes maybe. I don't know. I felt a bit like this album also has that it will draw a lot of younger audience into their venues, and will be a band. Now they will be becoming more of a band that becomes a bit of a bridge, like Linkin Park was for many people, the bridge to get into the more rockier side of music. And I feel like with this album, they kind of open up themselves to become a bit of a bridge band for many.
Yeah, possibly.
That's why also I think that a little bit of that was in there. I think if you listen to the album, you can clearly hear that the vocals are more present than before. Not just only in the background, but really much more creating a thing. You still have here and there a little bit of that whispering thing, and I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
It's really nice, adding towards their atmosphere.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe also what I mentioned as the melodic, the melodic melody, the little vibe. Yeah. But it's it also feels kind of sort of emotional in a I don't know way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Linkin Park vibe comes, and it pulls you under, and then it becomes massive and large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this album also is like preparing them very much to becoming a headliner for the bigger festivals. I mean, I already said last year also in Alcatraz they were one of the last bands to play, or was it the last band even? I'm not sure. But they could be like closing the main stages if they keep growing with this album. I can totally see that happening, that their fan base is giving justice to do so. But I also noticed Like I said, some of the fans of the more extremer sides are not that much in favor of this.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking this album is also splitting off a little bit of the early adapters.
True black metal fans.
Yeah. So then I think like there's another band who really did that had a certain audience in the beginning and then split off a part of it and became enormously large with that. But the route they've been taking, and that's no band other than Ghost. They went into a similar route. I mean, I think maybe I think you were also seeing them in For the Rock with me at some point.
I never seen Ghost.
I'm not sure.
Never ever.
Okay.
Nope.
They played in a small stage when there literally nobody knew them in For the Rock, I think, and also in Tuska. And obviously we know where they are now. But then the beginning it was much darker and heavier, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can certainly see that at some point they split off a bit of their heavier audience and they turned into a more mainstream sound kind of, and then they hit the bigger stages with that. I could see the potential for that happening. It's all we have to see how this whole thing just develops with them, of course, but I would be surprised to see something like that taking place, and very well deserved. Let's not say, I mean, the album is still very intense, and I think
it is.
Especially for people who are dealing a lot with the themes like loss, which is the album title. I think a lot of people will identify with the songs. So, yeah, it's very recognizable, so to say.
Yeah, I very much love the last song, the Stardust one. It's a little bit different than the others. But I think that last one, and I think it's actually placed very well at the end. You know, you get the heaviness of all the other songs, and then the last song sort of, I don't know, it brings you back to, it slows down, it brings you back. There's still a bit of that, I don't know, maybe it's a good combination of everything they did in the previous songs on the more wilder side, the more how do you say that, bigger, because it's delicate but then it's also massive, so it's, I don't know, I love the song. I think it's a very good ending for closure of this album.
Yeah, I don't really have one specific favorite on the release, to be honest. Been listening it in the car, and my car works with touchscreen, so usually when I'm driving a bit longer distance, I'm not always changing the album right after one is finished. And my ride to work is longer than the playtime of the of the album, so I've been listening to it quite a bit on in motions. But I must say, if I listened to it at some point a bit too much, I was a bit done with it. That I must say. At some point, I was really done. And yeah, that can also be a thing. That sometimes you just need to step away from it at some point. Because in the beginning, I was thinking, well, I like it. I need to hear more and grow into it. But then I was like, okay, at some point, it's done for me. So... Yeah,
but I think a lot of albums, if you listen to it 9 times in a row, you're kind of done with it. I mean, and then everything starts to sound the same. I don't know. I can imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if I listen, for example, to the Foreshadowing, I can just play it endlessly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
24-hour experiment will...
No. Let's not do that. Let's not try to ruin it. No, but for real, like if I really like an album and think it's really good, then I can listen to it quite a long time in a row without any issues. But for here, for me there was a real end to it.
Yeah, I can imagine that. But
Mm.
I do think this is a potential one for the top 5 at the end of the year.
Ooh, that's cool. I don't hear that out of your mouth very often during the year.
No.
You don't usually try to give hints so much from what's gonna be there, but
Oh. But where are they?
I don't know.
I don't, it's
I,
already, it's almost April, we
yeah.
had the first quarter. Um, and for me, so far, I think this one might be the best album. There will be a couple of more albums coming up. I'm looking forward to hear them. So, but I think it's definitely a potential one.
Yeah. That's for sure. I think they will be on the short list, but I mean, I already know Andres has a very high chance of ending up there. Korea certainly is on there, but yeah, we also have the autumn wave coming, and one of
Yes.
my longtime favorites is gonna come with an album, of which I'm kind of part of by contributing some pictures. So might be a little biased here, but yeah,
Yeah.
that might definitely be there. So we'll see what's gonna where they're gonna end up, but they definitely have the potential to end up there.
Yeah, and we can ask our audience what they think of this album because it's already out. It's been released 2 days ago. So if you have had a listen, let us know what you think of it. Do you agree with us? Do you think something else? I don't know. We're curious to hear.
Yeah, let us know. Drop us a comment, and please do so by keeping it respectful, because we don't like bashing. But yeah, let us know, because I know I've seen various reactions to it, depending whether the person is very extreme or very like more into the mainstream kind of sounds. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. I think that's enough for the albums for this week, and then I have to see what's gonna be up for the next one. We're heading already close to May, so yeah, that's one thing. But we'll see. I did have a new section prepared for this week. It's not as long as last week, so that's at least
a news section.
Yeah. That's a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, let's start with the CY Fest in the US, I think, or so. That has been cancelled. Yep, cancelled. There were some headliners as I Hate God and Pig Destroyer and Goal. So, the organizer or the founder of the festival has been having multiple charges of sexual assault, allegedly. And bands started to pull out. There, some local other promoter, I think, was trying to take it over to save the festival. But after like 1.5 days, he sort of gave up because there was so much going on that he was like, nope, let's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, one of those stories again that every once in a while pop up. But also nice to see that the community responds to it by saying like, okay, we're not participating, we're canceling our show at your festival.
Yeah.
This is not okay. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right. Next point that I saw on the news was that Soulfly got robbed. Apparently, they had their truck or their rented truck being broken into, and they were heading towards the first date of their tour. And apparently, all their backdrops were stolen, and some personal gear, mainly of their crew, if I understood correctly. was stolen, and the band is kind of actively asking their fans to step in if they see it being offered somewhere, and to do something like call the cops and such. Yeah, that's kind of sucks, if you're like in the beginning of your tour and then your backdrops get stolen. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's reminds me to the story that one of Carcass, their backdrops got stolen in the Stonehenge festival some years ago. Many years ago, actually. Luckily, the band didn't hate the festival for it, because they've been returned countless of times. But yeah, I was like, what? Why are people stealing backdrops? Like, what are you thinking? If you're like a robber and you find a random U-Haul truck and you're like, let's break into it, and then you find out that there's backdrops, what are you thinking to get from that? Like, I don't understand that. Like, why is this so? I mean, if it's like
I don't know,
truck
wall
full
decoration.
of guitars or something, if it's like guitars or drum kit or like that kind of gear, maybe some speakers or so, I can understand why people try to steal that. But like a backdrop, like what?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just unlucky find, and then they, they hoped that there would be guitars and expensive cabinets and stuff like that, but and then you find a backdrop.
I think because it was a U-Haul truck, they have like no clue what's inside there, obviously, or who the renter is. They were just like trying to see what's in there. But like, can you imagine how big how big those backdrops are? It's not like something you can decorate a sleeping room with or something. Like, it's not something you hang in your house because it's too large for you to actually have the whole thing on display. Like, it's not like you're gonna be able to sell that easily or something. Like,
no.
why are you stealing someone's backdrop? How what are you thinking? What's gonna what is your brain thinking? Like, oh, I can sell that easily on eBay or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's a mystery to me. Like, why? I just hope that this person that decided to take a backdrop was like having to deal with the fact that he has to have an enormous backdrop in his house now that he cannot do anything with, because everybody knows Soulfly and everybody knows now that it was stolen, so all the fans were like will not like buy it. So yeah, very strange. Okay, one more sad news that I need to spread, but most people may have heard of it already, and that is Phil Campbell has passed away at the age of 64.
Yes.
Now that's sad. Of course, Motorhead is no longer with us anyway, but like we've seen Phil with the Bastard Sons quite recently, though, still. Yeah, cannot say it was my favorite thing to see, to be honest. In fact, I found it quite boring, that show. But yeah, still sad. He's still quite young, so yeah, sad to see him go, and I'm sure many will be sad not to have any future music from this man's hand coming out anymore.
Yes.
So that's yeah, then the last thing that I have on my list is a bit more happier news. At least for us it doesn't change our lives, but for the people who are involved it may be very life-changing, because James Hetfield got engaged.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is, my life is now so much better knowing this.
Yeah, I don't know. They posted like a picture on Instagram that was showing them going diving for sharks or something, and then he like showed the question on a paper to his girlfriend, who said yes. Luckily, it would be awkward if she said no between all the sharks. Yeah, but so they got engaged, and I'm curious if their wedding is gonna be like a big media thing. Do you think so? Like
Perhaps,
like the Cradle of Filth wedding that flooded
I was already thinking, like, this is a little bit like the Cradle of Filth on the stage, but I still find it, I don't know, that was weird.
Yeah, super weird.
It was planned. It was, she was already waiting there on the side, and then he came, and I don't know. It was okay. Yes. Oh, okay. But and I don't know, if I was him and she's gonna say yes, you're gonna be screaming to the audience, she said yes, or something, or some. But no, it was just okay, yeah, okay, and she went off, and that was it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was awkward. No, I was more thinking like the wedding between Zoe and her husband. That when they got married, that
Marek,
the entire Instagram feed was at their wedding or something.
Yeah, apparently everyone I follow was there.
Yeah. I feel kind of left out with the invite. Where was my invite? They're not liking me. I feel so butthurt, like they don't like me enough. But they invite my entire feed, like,
yes,
all the people I'm friends with on Instagram were there, but not me. Do you know how hurtful that is?
Hey, I wasn't there either, so we can share the emotional damage. Yeah.
But to be honest, James Hetfield is just a degree further away from me, I would say.
I would say too.
Yeah, so maybe that also will mean that not our entire feed will be at the wedding. But on the other hand, it is nice to see all the pictures coming by from people's personal lives again, because I'm personally a bit saddened how the social networks nowadays have changed more into a place where I watch commercials, either from weird brands that think that I have interest in their product, or bands that just promote them albums and sell that. And yeah, I personally always enjoyed seeing how lives of my friends are going, but that's I think just not happening anymore.
I think it was kind of fun with that wedding from Zoe and Marek. I mean, like, half of our friends list were there, but it was kind of fun to see, like, people that I didn't know knew each other, were like spending days before and days after, like various combination. I saw them, go hiking, and the others I saw go bowling, and I was like, huh? What? And it sort of felt we were there, because we saw all these pictures, so it was kind of fun.
Yeah, in a way, but like I felt left out there.
We're joking, people.
We're just joking, yeah.
To make this clear, we don't know them, so.
No, I only met a couple of them occasionally, but we're not like on daily talking terms. So. Yeah, but it's interesting how that's turned into a public affair. Something so private as a wedding, in that sense, turned so public. So I can imagine how that will go with James Hetfield's wedding. Oh well. Then again, maybe he just closes off everything and has security that's takes everyone's phones away and.
I think it will be like very private, or it will be big with I don't know, another band performing, or people from other bands that he knows well.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
gonna do
that's
special collabs or something. I don't know. I think it's either one of those, I guess.
yeah. I have no idea how much they are sharing about their private life. No, normally I'm not
I don't
really
follow them.
following them, so I don't know.
No.
But I guess we'll find out. I don't even know when the wedding will be, so I'll find out at some point, and then we will talk about it further in this podcast. I would surely say. All right. I guess then it's time to talk about ikigais, like the happy things in life. Yeah, what's happy in this life nowadays? Oh,
Still
I guess
breathing.
I'm. Yeah, that sort of. I might share that I become a statistic nerd apparently because I never
Yes.
knew I was one. Like it totally blew my mind. Like, okay, now that's happening. Apparently, I'm also very good in academic writing. I didn't know that either, but that's also a thing. So that makes me happy. Yeah, I'm very much happy with my plans coming up and being alive, and
Mm.
I'm trying to seed all the seeds, and yeah, I'm having a very green window at the moment, and I cannot wait for the moment that I can put them outside in the ground. Some of them have been planted by me yesterday, some strawberries. So,
Nice.
yeah, it's always nice to see something that has the will to live. uh,
Yeah.
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 So, I guess that made me the happiest, and the realization that I might actually soon be able to see some show again. That's also very nice.
Yeah.
Ikigai. But I guess I already spoke a little bit about that. All right. Anything from your side that cheers you on?
Well, I think 2 weeks ago my car died. That was not happy, by the way.
No. I'm waiting for the but now.
But I got a new car.
Yay!
It drives from A to B, without complaints. So that's really nice. It's
Yeah.
shiny. It's there is like a Bose sound system in the car. So
Oh, I was just going to ask, how's your music listening capability now?
it's better.
It's improved.
My it definitely improved. My car was kind of, well, it was not that old. It was like 10 years old or something. But it wasn't like back then. It wasn't like one of the newest technical highs in it.
Yeah.
So it just had turning buttons and everything, and just a CD player and nothing like MP3 player. That was not in it. So I was always listening to CDs in my car. But now, people, I joined the land of the digital listening experience in your car. I can even say, Google, play this. And then, if it understands me.
Yeah.
If it understands what I want. We're not on Google doesn't really fully get me at the moment, but we'll be working on it. But I can listen to albums in my car now a lot better. And the sound is very nice. I always like the bass in the car because it's always a little bit extra, I feel. I know there are some people arguing with me that it's the worst place to listen to CDs, the car, because it all gets distorted. But I kind of like the kind of distortion. I like that bass line on top, or to feel.
At some point, imagine you having like a giant subwoofer in the back of your car.
You know, the full bag, like.
Yeah, like you don't have to pay for the gas anymore, but you just put on the music and you just go ding 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 and go forwards. Which, with the current prices of the gas, it's not that bad of an option.
No. Oh, it's not who's coming rolling in. No, it's like who's bouncing in. You know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me. So yeah, that was a happy something. And then the weather. Although I've been inside working, but you know, we had quite a nice week, I think.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
And then
one part that I definitely need to my ikigai. Like on Friday, we got a message at work. Like we're moving from one office to the other soon, and some parts will be going already a bit earlier. But ours is scheduled somewhere in May. So now they make it mandatory to work from home the first 2 weeks in May. Gosh, the first 2 weeks of May. No, that means I need to have lunches in my garden instead of in an office with colleagues. No, what are you doing to me?
Should I write an email to your boss? Like, you know, Sabine really likes to be around colleagues. She really enjoys the social meetings over lunch.
And also,
can you please,
for all the Dutchies, like since next week on until end of May, half of May basically, they'll be closing off the IJsselbrug near Arnhem. Which means that they basically are saying, oh, you can take into account an extra hour of driving, up to an extra hour of driving time.
Yeah.
And that's just what I need to pass every day if I need to go to work. Oh no! 2 of those weeks I cannot go to work. I have to work from home mandatory. Oh no! What terrible!
Okay, if you're gonna complain about this, you know, there will be closing the freaking bridge 9 months.
Oh no. That's insane.
So now everything has to take the A16 for non-Dutch people, sorry, but there's like, I live on an island surrounded by 3 rivers, so everybody's coming over bridges or a tunnel. So now when one bridge is closed on one side of the island, everything has to go over through the tunnel to Rotterdam.
Oh no. That means I have to drive through that
9
if I
months
go to visit? Oh no. You really need to move.
Oh, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, we're complaining about it, but on the other hand, there's a lot of road constructions going on this year. It was also last year. But we're still having one of the best infrastructures of whole Europe, so...
Yes, I know.
I like to keep it away. I like to think that after this year, things will be so nice and everything, and so less traffic jams and such.
Well, we pay a lot of money for it, but, you know, it's always funny when you see the jokes coming around on the Instagram about, you know, you see a picture and you see the border of the Netherlands and Belgium, and then you see a perfectly roads, you know, like smooth, like bike lanes, and everything nice and shiny, and then you see the other side, Belgium, and then you see the potholes and you know.
Yeah, that is, and it's funny because it's true, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not AI making these pictures.
Imagine that your boss tells you you're not allowed to come to the office during 2 weeks. Oh no. And that during the roadworks. Oh no, I'm not allowed to stand in the traffic jams for hours a day. No.
Yeah, my boss is not gonna say that because I work on a ship.
Yeah. Hey, they can pick you up at the island.
Oh, the ship doesn't sail anymore, so that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Would
kind
have
of
been
knowing
nice,
that.
though, you know?
I was kind of knowing that, but yeah, I wanted to point it out anyway.
Yeah, so, you know, nice weather, new car. But I get to if there's no traffic jam, I'll be there like in like 30 minutes, which is nice.
Yeah.
I have enough time to listen to a little bit of CDs in my
beating
car, beatboxing, you know, subwoofer in car.
I was gonna say that the summary of this all, like, even if you are in a traffic jam, you still have more time to listen to music, so there's always a positive to everything.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder what people think when they drive besides me, because sometimes, you know, I think last week I was listening to Before the Dawn, and I was listening to some other maybe some older Amorphous songs, and I was like with my hands, like I was doing the black metal hand, you know, like like people watching me in my car. I'm like, hi.
Yeah. Oh, me when I was listening to Chroma this week, and the guy before me was trying to drive extra slow to annoy me. I was like listening, and I was like doing the rap hands and everything.
Yeah.
And, and shouting along, like, oh yeah. I was just like, you're not bothering me. I'm just gonna like sing along to this song.
Oh, I feel people should have been, you know. I think people would have been happy if they would see our videos this week.
Yeah, but let's not do that, because if we do podcasts, I'm often in my DIY clothes. Like I'm going to do some garden work this afternoon, so I'm literally in a shirt with paint on it, and
but we were dancing this episode, so we're like both like.
Yeah, we're dancing. And
so let's roll. Let's roll into what we've been listening, because I feel we got the news. Or do you still have some big news?
No more Ikigais.
Oh, we were already at the Ikigais.
Yeah, the Ikigai. This was all our happy talk. Yeah, my list. So I already spoiled that I was listening to Chroma this week. Obviously, I've been listening to Ruoska and Garea. Then I've been listening to Crematory, some Town, Dark Tranquility, Rotting Christ, and there it comes, Alphaville. Because sometimes you need to have a little bit of a cheerful sing-along. And Jerv, Kilt, Rhombus, Sudakra, Blutas Noord, and Sentenced. And probably some more that I didn't write down for you. But that's kind of a summary of the past 2 weeks in the car, I would say. Mm-hmm. And I know you've been writing down a list, so let's hear it.
Yes.
In your brand new car.
In my brand new car. Well, I think sometimes when I look at my list, I think people will think I'm a little bit schizophrenic, because it goes all directions. But to take over the, how do you call it in English? Het stokje overpakken. I will continue with Poison Black. After
nice.
Sentence.
Straight after Sentence. Cool.
Yeah. So it always put a smile on my face, because I have to think about our road trips when I listen to it. But I was also singing along that one in the car. So yeah. Then I've been listening to Havine. That was an old one. I don't know. Somehow I had to think about it, and then it popped up, and then I had to think about stories Max told me about his bumping his head against the cello, like, here. And I was like, but it's in the bottom of your cello. How did you hit it? He was like, I can show you. I was like, Okay. I have another hit. I hit it here. Do you want to see how I did that? Yeah, no. I don't know. That was... Oh, I always have to think about those moments. But anyway, what else? I already said I listened to Before the Dawn. There's been All Them Witches, of course. And of course, like you like to know, there's also been Graveyard, Orbit Culture, Moon Coven, Swedish, sort of like Black Sabbath, kind of like band. Bill Lawrence, a little bit of jazz. Leonard Cohen, I've been listening for nice change. Some old Opeth. Donheim. The latest Atrocity album. And Guerrilla, of course. And I think... Oh, Comfar as well.
Oh yeah, that I've also had to add to my list. I've been listening to Comfort too.
Yeah. Sometimes that always keeps circling back. I love Comfort.
Yeah, me too.
So, you know, that's...
Wow. A lot of our good old times back in our playlists.
Yes.
Nostalgia galore.
Indeed.
But,
so, yeah. And that in my new car, but also at home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good.
And now I'm looking forward to next week, Cataclysm. That's gonna be nice. Creator.
Very nice.
Gonna be nice.
Very nice.
So bring up.
Yeah. Well, I have that interview that I need to prepare, so I need to listen to that band, which is not something I would usually play. But still looking forward to go into that. It was on a special request of the label to do so.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, I make time. And the times they proposed didn't work for me. I said sorry. I'm like super busy, and they were like, oh, but we can create some extra slots for you because we really want you to do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'm not going to listen to this band ever, but like, let's do it. Yeah, no, but I do like. I know they're quite popular, so I'm sure many of you will enjoy hearing the stories that come from that. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think by that it's time for us to close off the episode now. We've been keeping it long already, and lots of talk this week. Almost side notes of our lives.
But I feel this was a happy episode.
Yeah, and we're always circling back to the music in some way, so everything we do ends up with us listening to music, or so that is yeah, so leaves me for time to tell you to go to our YouTube page,
like and subscribe,
comments about how much you like the Guerrilla album. Feel free to also tell if you like the Ruoska album, because for you who like industrial metal, that might actually be something to discover. I'm not sure if many of you have heard of the band before. I don't know about that, and that's totally legit since they haven't been releasing in 18 years. Yeah, and let us know what's kind of festivals you're going to attend in the summer, because I'm still looking for some things to do in early August, maybe late July, because then I still don't have a life yet. So I have some space here and there
Dynamo
to find some different festivals. I'm not, even though the lineup looks interesting a bit more, I'm not looking forward to shoot upside
down.
No, not upside down, but like from down below towards the sky. That's just not my kind of thing. So
no, you don't like the nose angle?
No. I don't think so, but never say never. Maybe I'll do it anyway. But we'll have to see because there's plenty of stuff out there that I can go and attend, but I just have to think of it. Maybe
you can come on the Friday and enjoy Amorphis with me.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll see. I have to think about it, and
well, it leaves us to one very last thing.
Yeah, I'll close it off. Bye.
Bye.